Good evening, live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Here we present to you tonight's news bulletin. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos gives an audience at Beit al-Barakah to His Excellency James Mattis, United States Secretary of Defense. Assigned by His Majesty the Sultan, His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq leaves tomorrow for Uzbekistan, leading the Sultanate's delegation to the opening of the new building of Abu Rayhan al-Bayruni Library. The improvement and expansion works of Sahara Refinery are completed at a cost of around $2.6 billion. And the International Consultancy Committee discusses the academic plans and investment strategy for the project of Oman University and City of Science and Technology. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the details. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos gives an audience at Beit al-Barakah last night to His Excellency James Mattis, United States Secretary of Defense. The meeting highlighted the bilateral relations between the two friendly countries and aspects of their existing cooperation at various levels. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud bin Harb al-Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, and His Excellency Mark G. Skifaris, United States Ambassador accredited to the Sultanate. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sends a cabal of condolences to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, on the death of His Royal Highness Prince Bandar bin Khalid bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud. Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Said will leave the Sultanate tomorrow, Wednesday, for the Republic of Uzbekistan, leading a delegation to the opening of the new building of Abu Rayhan al-Bayruni Library, scheduled to be held in Tashkent on Thursday. The library is constructed in response to the royal orders of His Majesty the Sultan as the recognition of scientific contributions of science and scientists who played a great role in the service of religious sciences, jurisprudence, history, astronomy, mathematics, algebra, and other sciences. The library includes many cultural treasures, old manuscripts, and important Islamic and historic documents. His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq will be accompanied by an official delegation comprising His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed Al Salmi, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs, His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Secretary General of the Foreign Ministry, His Excellency Mohammed bin Saeed Al Wati, Sultan's accredited ambassador to the Republic of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Sheikh Ahmed bin Saud Al Siabi, Secretary General at the Office of the Sultanate's Grand Mufti, His Excellency Sheikh Hamad bin Hilal Al Ma'mari, Under Secretary of the Minister of Heritage and Culture for Cultural Affairs, His Excellency Habib bin Mohammed Al Riyami, Secretary General of Sultan Qaboos Higher Center for Culture and Science, His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Saud Al Bimani, Vice Chancellor of Sultan Qaboos University, His Excellency Dr. Hamad bin Mohammed Al Dhuyani, Chairman of the National Records and Archives Authority, His Excellency Sayyid Faisal bin Hamoud Al Busaidi, Advisor of the Minister of Heritage and Culture, and His Excellency Ambassador Ahmed bin Khamis Al Jarmi, Head of the Central Asian Department at the Foreign Ministry. Orpec company announced the completion of works of improvement and expansions project of Sahara Refinery. The project cost amounted to around $2.6 billion. It aimed to protect environment and public health through reducing emissions and recycling the industrial wastewater at Sahara Refinery. It also will improve the production operations of the refinery. The project provided around 3,000 job opportunities for youth. The State Council discussed in its sixth meeting the Commercial Companies Law project and studied some laws related to the lands in the Sultanate. The Council members reviewed a number of suggestions on the laws of organizing the small plane without a pilot and offices of the private trading services. His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfoud Al-Mandri, Chairman of the State Council, headed the meeting. Academic plans, business fields and investment strategy and investments prospect for the University City Project Oman University and City of Science and Technology were the main aspects of discussions by the International Consultancy Committee of the project during its fourth meeting. The committee reviewed the capacity development program, the university scholarship plans, the project progress stages at the engineering planning level. They suggested the implementation phases in line with the academic research and executive strategies of the university city. The meeting was chaired by Her Excellency Dr. Rawia bin Saud Al Busaidia, Minister of Higher Education, member of the Higher Committee, head of the main executive committee of the Oman University Project. His Excellency Abdul Aziz bin Mohammed Al Rawas, advisor to His Majesty the Sultan for Cultural Affairs, received in his office today a delegation of the Jordanian Senate in the Omani-Jordanian Parliamentary Friendship Committee headed by Naif Al Hadid, currently visiting the Sultanate. The meeting reviewed the Omani-Jordanian strong relations and horizons of enhancing them, thanks to the royal directives of the wise leadership of the two brotherly countries. The delegation of the Jordanian Senate praised the overall progress of the Blaze Renaissance and the comprehensive sustainable development led by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. Activities of the Strategic Research Project Seminar funded by the royal grant of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos kicked off today. The seminar, which discusses the number of researchers, seeks to enhance cooperations with community institutions through gaining utmost interest from scientific and research efforts witnessed by Sultan Qaboos University over the years. The seminar showcased critical thinking skills of Sultan Qaboos University students, a brief about the effectiveness of designing modern technology software and its use in learning to read Arabic language in schools of the first cycle of basic education. The seminar further displayed the research on evaluation of lifestyle, physical activity, eating habits, inactive behaviors, and BMI in adolescents. This seminar demonstrates outcome of the strategic researches funded by the royal grant in order to serve the Omani community at all of its institutions and sectors. Minister of Health is planning to inaugurate stroke unit in the Sultan Qaboos Hospital in Salalah, which considered fourth of its kind in the Sultanate within the framework of government concern in expanding health services provided for the citizens. This was announced by His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. The number of small and medium enterprises in Riyadh are increased to more than 32,000 institutions in various economic sectors. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. A car bomb went off today outside a supply post belonging to a Yemeni security forces backed by the United Arab Emirates in the southern port city of Aden, killing at least 3 people. The attack injured 5 other people, including 2 children. The Daesh group claimed responsibility for the attack. It said an explosive-laden vehicle hit supply and provision post belonging to the United Arab Emirates security belt forces in Aden. Aden on the Arabian Sea has been frequently hit by attacks blamed on militants. It has been the seat of the government of President Abdul Rabbu Mansour Hadi since 2014, when Houthi rebels seized the capital Sana'a and forced him into self-exile. A Saudi-led coalition backing Hadi has been at war with the Houthis since March 2015. An explosion struck the convoy of the Palestinian Prime Minister today as he was making a rare visit to Gaza in what his Fatah party called an assassination attempt it blamed on Gaza militants. The blast further complicated what already is a troubled reconciliation process between Gaza's ruling Hamas group and the internationally backed Palestinian Authority in the West Bank. The explosion went off shortly after the convoy entered Gaza through the Erez crossing with Israel. Palestinian Prime Minister Rami al-Hamdallah was unharmed and went on to inaugurate a long-awaited sewage plant project in the northern part of the Strip. Hamas condemned the explosions, calling it a crime and attempt to hurt efforts to achieve unity and reconciliation. It promised an urgent investigation. In the West Bank, President Mahmoud Abbas blamed Hamas for the blast. Thousands of people started to flee Afrin as the Turkish troops got closer to the town, heading towards nearby areas controlled by the Syrian government. Turkish troops and allied Syrian opposition fighters have begun a siege of Afrin, marking a significant advance in Ankara's 7-week operation that also encircled hundreds of thousands of civilians. The military said the siege of Afrin, the main town in the enclave of the same name, had begun yesterday. It said the military took control of critical areas of the town. Turkey launched a military offensive into the border enclave on January 20th to drive out Syrian Kurdish forces that it considers to be terrorist and an extension of Kurdish rebels fighting inside Turkey. U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis met with Afghan President Ashraf Ghani in Kabul today. Ghani expressed gratitude to Gold Star families of fallen U.S. service members. He said their sacrifice will never be forgotten. He also discussed a peace offer that he said has been made to the Taliban and an offer of comprehensive talks made to Pakistan. Ghani said these were only possible because of the Trump administration's South Asia strategy. A record of 171 days after Germany's election, Angela Merkel is set to pledge for the 4th time to dedicate her efforts to Germans' well-being and protect them from harm. Merkel has 12 often turbulent years as chancellor behind her. But fulfilling her oath of office may be even harder this time, with U.S. President Donald Trump declaring that trade wars are good and threatening German automakers and fractious European Union seeking to shape its future and a potentially wobbly German government or governing coalition. Parliament is due to re-elect Merkel tomorrow, nearly 6 months after Europe's biggest envoy voted and over a month after a coalition deal was concluded. The alliance of her conservative union bloc with the center-left Social Democrats can't expect a good time. Merkel, often named the world's most powerful woman and Europe's most powerful leader, said repeatedly during the post-election stalemate that global politics won't wait for Germany. Back here in the Sultanate, the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs has said that citizens and residents who wish to perform the Hajj rituals for the season of 1439 AH should register through the electronic system at the website www.hajj.om. The ministry said the registration period starts from today, March 13 till 26. The ministry, organized by the annual forum for Hajj companies owners to introduce the new developments and the mechanisms of work issued by the ministry and the Hajj Affairs Organization in Saudi Arabia, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The Director General of Preaching and Guidance made a presentation on the last Hajj season indicators and the procedures of this season's Hajj, including the financial fees and the cost of the service that will be rendered by Hajj companies in coordinations with the relevant organization in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I'll repeat again that particular address is www.hajj.om. That's the ministry registration. And now, the number of small and medium enterprises in Riyadh increased to more than 32,000 institutions in various economic sectors. The government seeks, in partnership with the private sector, continue supporting the sector to enhance its roles in the national economy and provide job opportunities for the national manpower. More details in the following report by Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi.
Small and medium enterprises are growing at a rapid pace in the various wilayas of the Sultanate, benefiting from the support of the public and private sectors and the increasing interest of the youth in the practice of self-employment and the establishment of their own projects.
Due to the good and I would say excellent performance of the program, it has attracted some support partners. So 2 years ago, Oasis Logistics has adopted one of the seats. Last year, Ominvest has adopted another seat of the 10 winners, and this year Ominvest renewed adopting this seat, as well as Ara Petroleum. This signals the belief and conviction by those leading companies of the importance of supporting entrepreneurs and SMEs in the country and associating with programs such as the Direct Support Program. It gives us a lot of credibility and a boost and extra support to the members who join the program.
Within the framework of the private sector's direct support programs, at its 5th session, the winning enterprises in this program announced the continuation of the development of projects and financial grants, in addition to providing advice and expertise to entrepreneurs.
The group that we've announced just half an hour ago are very distinguished, hardworking, committed and dedicated to the success and growth of their business. It's been a very difficult process to select 10 out of 225 applicants who applied to the program back in November. But the selection criteria has helped a lot. We looked into several aspects from a business perspective and social and environmental impact as well. We also looked at the potential that the Zubair SEC and the Zubair Group can add to those winners.
This interest comes within the aim of developing this sector and enhancing its role in the economic diversification, achieving sustainable development, creating jobs, and creating a supportive environment for innovation. The latest statistics indicate that the number of SMEs in the Sultanate has increased to more than 32,000 in various economic sectors. These projects are concentrated in the sectors of health, social work, construction, services, industry, tourism, and agriculture. For the Sultanate of Oman Television English News, Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
The Public Authority for Radio and Television organized a training workshop on ways to deal with audiovisual media means. It targeted the participants in national program for command and competitiveness. The workshop aimed to acquire them media skills and ways to deal with the television interviewers and talk shows. A practical training was organized for the participants at the authority's different studios. National Defense College concluded the Innovation in Government Work Symposium under the auspices of His Excellency Mohammed bin Nasser Al-Rasbi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Defense. It discussed ways to utilize innovation and upgrade the quality of government performance. A number of work papers were presented during the symposium for various public and private establishments in the Sultanate that concerned with developing mechanism for government works and ways to simplify procedures of service provider bodies. In continuation of the efforts exerted by various government and private bodies in providing vacancies for job seekers, more than 16,500 seekers were appointed at various institutions in the private sectors in the Sultanate. The Minister of Manpower said that number of appointees carried diploma and general education diploma had the biggest share, where the number of appointees who carried university qualifications reached about 3,000 in the period from 3rd of December last year until 12th of March. The construction, whole and retail trading transformative industry sectors witnessed highest percentage of appointment. Within the continuation keenness on enhancing investments awareness and discussing development of local and foreign financing services market, the Works Islamic Financing News Seminary inaugurated in Muscat. The seminar included work papers about the economic development in the Sultanate securities markets and investment funds. The seminar also discussed mechanisms of focusing on regulation system for real estate investment funds. Spreading awareness of using communication services and means preventing dangers of modern telecommunications devices and social media sites topped the discussions of the training workshop, which organized by the Minister of Education. The work sessions included a number of aspects such as technical aspects for increasing the information awareness for children, medical aspects which related to health effects of using communication means, legislative aspects, and cyber crimes, in addition to the education aspects in the topic of digital citizenship. With the aim to spread awareness of the logistics sector developments and the commercial business opportunities to the Society Oman Logistics Center, ASIAD organized the first session of the Logistic Forum in Muscat University. The forum highlighted the importance of increasing the performance and the efficiency of the logistics services through the partnership between the public and private sector and the academic institutions. And now the time has come for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late at night over the governorates of Al-Dhahira and Al-Buremi. Winds will be northerly to northwesterly light to moderate. Seas will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 2.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos gives an audience at Beit al-Barakah to His Excellency James Mattis, United States Secretary of Defense. Assigned by His Majesty the Sultan, His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq leaves tomorrow for Uzbekistan, leading the Sultanate's delegation to the opening of the new building of Al Abu Rayhan Al Bayruni Library. The improvement and expansions works of Sahara Refinery are completed at a cost of around $2.6 billion. The International Consultancy Committee discusses the academic plans and investment strategy for the project of Oman University and City of Science and Technology. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin. We'd like to thank you for joining us, wish you a pleasant evening, and good night.